Hey everybody, Astro Squirrel mini report, January 31st, 2020. And if you didn't believe it before, now you know that none of us astrologers or people that read the signs were misrepresenting to you when we told you about what a big deal January was going to be and what we were leading up to. And I just want to give you a little bit of a heads up about what's going on now through the next couple of months, even though there will be updates in between. Just so you know, because I've talked before about imprinting and how important it is to recognize things for exactly what they are, so you can be in the present moment, for lack of a better description. So you have the ability to work with the energy of it rather than just react to it, because these are the biggest red flags right now. Noticing how so many around you are reacting so strongly emotionally, whether any side of emotion, fear, sadness, happiness. It's the time right now to look at all of these feelings and emotions and experience them as energy, and to distance yourself if you're getting too involved with what's going on outside of you, what you're either reading on social media or in the news about world situations. They all represent something, and yes, they are to be taken seriously. But your responsibility is to be in your own body and work with yourself. So let's talk about this. Within an hour, or so the moon's in Aries right now, and within an hour it's going to go into Taurus. And I don't have the exact time, but Uranus is in early Taurus right now, and the moon cycles are 2.5 days. Uranus is right now at 2 degrees Taurus. My favorite resource, astro.com, for where all the planets are right now. So there's going to be another level or reason for whatever you're fired up about to get further triggered. This is within the next 12 hours or so. The good news is Venus has passed Neptune. Venus, the relationship planet, is in the sign of Pisces right now, which is making things a lot more permeable. As far as you can, you're more subject to being influenced by Neptunian things, whether you're focused on spirit, which is what I recommend, or if you're tuned into things that are created by Neptune, the media, the news source, epidemics, pandemics, bad juju. So Venus and Neptune were joining. This can fuel a lot of delusion, especially because Mars triggered it from a hard angle from Sagittarius. So Venus has now moved past Neptune and is on approach to first form a positive angle to Pluto in Capricorn and then Saturn. So as I so often say, your saving grace right now and your grounding is in spirit. Even if this means just being centered in your own essence. That's something to focus on in the next few days. Mars has finished the square to Neptune. It's at 19 Sagittarius and Neptune's at 17 Pisces. So that little rub with relationships and situations around you is starting to separate. The idea is to put this all together and synthesize it, that it's all happening simultaneously. And the world, planet Earth, is still reeling from the last eclipse season, moving into the Saturn-Pluto conjunction in Capricorn. So here's what you really need to know. Jupiter is now at 13 degrees Capricorn. It's slowly inching its way toward that spot of the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, which, along with the last moon phase, was the big trigger, the last new moon, full moon. It was when the moon was in late Capricorn, when it triggered the turnover point to switch on with the frenzy, with the world health scares, with the fires, with the politics, and throw whatever you want on that list, because there's a lot more, and there's a lot more coming. That's why you need to balance yourself, because this is how we make a change in the world. So here are the events coming up February, the month that so many are posting about. You know, January's over, let February, everything's groovy. February 6th, Mercury goes retrograde. February 17th, Jupiter forms a sextile to Neptune in Pisces. This is mixed. It's helpful. It's very helpful if you're working on being centered in yourself and in spirit. On the other hand, it's triggering the spot when Mars was squaring it. So at the level of rubs, at disagreements between people in your general surroundings, it's a combination of being helpful and irritating that same sore spot at the same time. By the end of March, Jupiter in Capricorn will be exactly conjunct Pluto in Capricorn, which is going, whatever frenzy is being lit right now, it's going to pour gasoline on it and throw another match. And at the same time, Saturn's going to be changing signs and entering Aquarius. So this is at the very end of March. So right now, without going too far ahead, remind yourself that you have a responsibility every single day to take an accounting and stay centered as much as possible in yourself. And if you feel yourself escalating, use whatever tools you can to step away until you calm down, because there's a lot of people losing their shit right now. And it's not going to ultimately help any of the situations to go there. So trust in the plan of things. Make a difference where you can. If you want to understand in more detail how this is affecting you, you can book a consultation with me, or I can refer you to a multitude of other people with different skills, with similar skills. That's not my investment right now. My investment is the greater good for all of us. The smartest people you will come in touch with right now are telling you they're doing what they can to move away from what feels toxic. The reason to do that is not because I'm good, they're bad, I'm bad, they're good. Think in terms of the greater good of all. Thank you for spending your time with me. 9.5 minutes, 10 minutes. I do my best to keep it as concise as I can. Don't buy into the fear porn. It doesn't mean these things aren't real, because at a certain level, they are. At a certain level, it's all energy. So do what you can to stay on the side and reinforce the best energy you can. Thanks again. See you next time.